Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Ripple Effect Podcast. I am your host, Steve Harper. And this is going to be a short episode, mainly because I was encouraged to record it because, believe it or not, we kicked off in January our season number 8. And apparently, I failed to acknowledge that. I had several of you reach out to me and be like, hey, Steve, it's a new year. You've been doing this. This is like season 8 by my count. And you're absolutely right. I dove right in with an amazing episode with Dr. Jenna Valentine because I was super excited to bring her to the table for you. And then I followed that up with the amazing Susie Turner. And I just never even thought to acknowledge season 8. I mean, I knew I was entering into it because I have to put all that stuff. I do all the edit and, stuff on the back end and have to put it into my distributor's website. So it goes out and I recognize that we were moving towards season 8, or into season 8. But I just never even thought to really verbalize or acknowledge it. And I got several people. They were like, dude, you've got to say something. You've been doing this for 8 years. It's a long time. It is a long time. And as a couple of you pointed out, 8 is an important number for me. The 8-minute ripple, 8's the infinity symbol. It's my thing. So this is a special year, and I am treating it as such. I cannot wait to bring you a tremendous amount of awesome guests and some incredible content, thoughts and ideas on how to bring more ripple into your life, into your work, how to get you part of our community and make this a process and an approach that really feels like something you want to participate in. Because I can tell you that there have been so many great comments, so many great people that have stopped and taken the time to tell me, hey, look, I can't believe that you are, delivering such high value content with some of these guests that are out there creating such positive ripples. And the feedback and input that I've gotten from you is just, it just warms my heart. I'm truly value that. And I'm blessed that you listen and take time out of your day to, whether you're watching this on YouTube or whether you're listening to it on a podcast platform, to spend a little time with me and get to meet some of the amazing ripplers that I know out there in the world that are making a difference. And that's one thing. But the other thing that really is important to me is that fact that you are taking some of what you're learning and you're out there creating your own positive ripples. You're starting some of your own conversations. You're looking at different ways to apply what you're hearing and learning on this show into your own life and into your work. And that's the biggest blessing for me is that, someone who honestly started this process when I wrote the book, The Ripple Effect, Maximizing the Power of Relationships for Your Life and Business, way back when in 2005, only thought this would serve a very few people. And to see where the ripples have rippled out, all the different opportunities it has opened up for me, all the different ways this core concept has touched lives and transformed businesses, it's just beyond belief. And so you're right. I need to acknowledge season 8. I need to be super excited and grateful for the fact that I am continuing to do this, that I'm going to have the opportunity to continue to create this content and provide it to you. But I have an ask, a couple of asks actually. If you haven't picked up the 3rd edition of my book, I would love for you to do it. I put new content, new stories in there, and it's a great way for you to become inspired and use it as a reference manual or ripple it on to somebody who might need a little ripple in their life or maybe a wake-up call that they need to connect differently. It would be great if you would go to ripplecentral.com and check out the book in our store. I can personalize it. I can autograph it. We've got bulk purchasing options. There's all this great stuff. So that's one thing. Second thing, we are so blessed that you listen to this show, but one of the ways that we grow our influence, how we ripple this out to the masses is through you and through your encouragement to other people to come to this show and to listen to it and to subscribe. I am not ad supported. I'm not even attempting to make any money off of this. I am just purely trying to bring great, amazing content to the world but I need your help to get it out there. And so one of the great ways that you could start a conversation with someone that's important to you or create a ripple in your own right is to actually say, hey, I love this podcast. I really, really love this podcast and I think you would benefit from it. So check it out. Send them a link from wherever you're picking up the podcast or to my YouTube channel. Just look for Steve Harper at Ripple On. You should be able to find me on YouTube pretty easily. There's also links on ripplecentral.com to all of those channels that you can get access to. But I would love it if you would help us build our audience, bring more people into the fold. And there's two other things that I think that would be really helpful for me in this upcoming year that I would ask of you. First and foremost is we are building the ultimate playground for our Ripplers. We created a Ripple membership program, which is really a heavy dose of amazing content, amazing coaching, and a whole variety of things that I kind of wish I had personally in my hip pocket when I was first starting out in my career and in my business ventures. This thing started in September and has just continued to grow and expand and just has become an amazing experience. It is content and information that I wish I had had access to, and we create it in a very exclusive way because we're trying to create some sense of community for our Ripplers and a way for us to really leverage these concepts that we're so passionate about. I talk about it on this podcast, and certainly you're getting a lot of great content and you don't have to pay for anything, but this Ripple membership takes it to the next level. It really drives home this concept that I'm trying to build. And like I mentioned, I never envisioned this thing to go the way it has gone, but it can only grow and expand from here. And the Ripple membership becomes the perfect way to do it. So it's amazing content. It's incredible coaching. It's an opportunity for you to connect with other like-minded individuals who want to contribute to your life, but they also need you willing to come through the door, willing to help and contribute to their lives. And this real sense of community, right? Finding your tribe, finding the people that you really want to spend time with, that you really want to get to know, that you can have an invested interest in them and they can have an invested interest in you. It's the perfect place. It's not a fit for everybody. I get that. And at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where some people are like, well, I mean, is this just you trying to help me be a better networker? Or is this like every other membership program out there that is like, trying to sell me this one thing so you can sell me something big? No. We don't promote anything that requires any additional investment from your perspective after you join the membership. In fact, you get in to all the 8-minute ripples for free, but we feature a TED ripple that we do over the lunch hour where we talk about a core topic, which actually ties to our monthly theme that we do for the Ripple membership. We've got a seat at the table where we've got coaching scenarios with some of the most amazing coaches you could possibly ever meet. We've got an incredible member forum. We've got master classes. We kick off each month with a real intentional session by a friend of mine, Diana Amorti, who walks us through how to anchor the process of the theme for the month. And it gives you a respite from the craziness of the world and an opportunity for you to settle in, take a few moments for yourself, contemplate what we're asking you to think about applying for the upcoming year. And it's the perfect way to kick it off. And then we actually finish it off at the end of the month with my other friend who's an amazing coach, Gujan Bergman. And Gujan actually drives home everything that we've experienced. And he brings a very unique and very intentional angle towards the approach that we're talking about. And he seats the month in the best possible way. But we do all these things. There's so many unique, intricate elements that we've brought into the membership. We invited Susie Turner, who was on the podcast just this past episode, to come in and teach us about finding our rhythm, how to utilize that. And that has, let me tell you, been a huge factor for me because, I had a big presentation that I needed to work on and give, and I was stuck. Mentally, I was just like at a roadblock. And I actually went back to the first session that Susie did for us in December. And I actually, decided to set my laptop aside and put her session on And it was amazing. I went through this. She's teaching us about drumming and rhythm and all this great stuff. And wouldn't you know it, the floodgates of creativity just opened up. And what happened was I banged out that project in like record time. And I am so grateful for her because it is such a unique and distinct departure. But how you can apply this or the intentional anchoring that Diana does for us, or the great feedback and input that Gujan provides for us, let alone this content we're putting together by some amazing masterclass instructors, subject matter experts you may never have a chance to interact with or ever hear their content. These things are making a difference in such a way that it just blows your mind. The last thing I would ask you as we go into season 8, we just released these bad boys. I'm super excited. You can't see it if you're on the podcast, but we just created 3 distinct Ripple connection cards that have questions that will help you get better at connecting and engaging out there in any networking environment, in any situation. Build, more relationship opportunities into your team strategy. Get to know new hires. Get to know some of your, old hires better than you possibly do now. These Ripple Connection questions are built around 3 different themes that we have that we tie into our 3 quarters, or really our quarters with regards to our Ripple membership. But be generous, be different, and be genuine. Those are the focuses. So you can get these at ripplecentral.com. If you go to the shop, you can buy an individual deck, or you can buy just the bundle. And we've got more of those that are going to be developed over the course of this next year. So you're going to want to check those out. So this isn't necessarily this isn't me trying to get you to, give me more money, right? At the end of the day, these things that I'm doing are a labor of love. But I know that some of these products, some of these things that we're putting out into the world, we're spending a tremendous amount of time and resources on them to bring them to you, to make a difference in your life, to help you find a way to get your Ripple on, and would appreciate any and all support that you could throw our way. But most importantly, I just want to say that I'm truly grateful for you being a part of this journey, being a part of this Ripple experience with me through the podcast, through the time that you invest on my YouTube channel, through the opportunities that you create for yourself to tell me, hey, Steve, this is the thing that's burning, a hole in my brain that I need you to answer, or I'm stuck here with this relationship, or I'm really, trying to figure out what I want to do next with my life and figure out what I want to do when I grow up. And you coming back to me, leveraging some of this great content that we're putting out this way through video and through audio it's an honor of a lifetime. So I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for being a part of this Ripple community. And I just want to say thank you. And let's dive into season 8 together. And let's just see how big we can make this Ripple this year. This is going to be the best one yet. I'm truly, truly believe it. My friends, go out there, make a difference in the world, make a difference in someone's life, and you will end up making a difference in your own life. As always, Ripple on.